Can you guys hear me okay? Like, is the sound coming through? Too quiet, too loud? Oh, thank you, thank you. amazing streamers, so it would only make sense that they're going to be like top dogs on that. But let's get this out of the way. And what is the problem here? Okay. Okay, there you go. That's better. All right. OBS looks like it's good, but we're good. You guys can see all the stuff that we need, correct? Let me just start the stream up again. Okay, it looks good. So I think we can jump right into it. I think I hopefully got my one crash out of the way. For some reason, it really doesn't like it when you hit the check mark. I think I've seen it with the other streamers too, where they just punch it and then the game just crashes on them. So we already hit it. Hopefully not. I will save after every single day. But it is our friends at Spring Training. So there's a couple games I know I want to stream just for fun sake for myself. No one really answered like who wasn't maybe covered last stream. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch all of it, so I'm not really sure who has and hasn't been shown. So if anyone has any suggestions, I do have a Lunar Base and Toronto game later, the two that I wanted to watch, just because I want to see if it goes funky. So those two teams we'll put aside for now. I think it was Toronto, Vancouver I wanted to watch later, and Lunar Base and New Orleans. So not those four teams for the majors. I mean, it's spring training, right? I can do whatever. I'm going to burn through scores regardless. But I mean, I'll stream some games if there's like a big push. Like, you're the first one to suggest Ranas. If you want to do Ranas, we can start off with the Ranas. It would be Ranas and the Mingos. Captain, you are... Oh, God. I'm so sorry if I get this wrong. You're on Seattle, right? Sloths, Kingpins, GVS, and Rana Bears. Okay, so we did show the Ranas then. So we'll do Sea Serpents for sure, because Captain's here. Redria, you're a DVS pick, but you're on Kingpins. Where are we at? Okay, you don't pitch... Or no, wait. I'm dumb. Oh, no, you're pitching today, aren't you, Captain? Do you want to watch yourself pitch? No? Okay. Alright, we'll start... We are going to switch it up because we did... Reggie is great. We did the Rounders and Bears. So let's cover two teams that weren't shown. So either Firehawks, State College, or Louisville and Anchorage, I think. Or we can do Seattle, Nashville. I'll leave it up to you guys. We can make a pick here. See Nash? Done. Let's do it. It's going to be Seattle, Nashville. Alrighty. We'll get this going here. I think my settings shouldn't have changed, so it should be fine. We'll find out pretty quickly here. But, yep, you can cancel and redo. Not a big deal. I think we need to regenerate some of these jerseys here. Probably will be done for the regular file, but I got to make a note of that too, actually, that I should do it for next time I stream in case it's not done. Okay, so there's your prediction up. Who scores last Shadow Nashville prediction closes after 6th inning. Perfect. We got some time, so we'll get this going here. Fingers crossed that everything is looking good. There's a hit to first base. They're going to touch up, give us our first out here. I think everything's looking pretty good as far as what I would want on here. That hit is into the outfield, but will be caught. So quick 1-2-3 there for John Camden Jr. After the trade there with Nashville to bring him in. And Lalo Salamanca is going to lead us off with a hit into the gap. So there is a lead-off double. Wild pitch is going to send the runner to third. So 3 outs to work with here to get the early lead. Sov is going to take the walk as Steiner steps up and gets a piece of that one. That is just deep enough as they will score. So there's your first run of the game. Pop fly there. Going to be caught at third base. They can hold this to 1. That's going to be good. But a balk is going to send the runner to second base. Then that one is not going to have enough hang time as they get out of that with only 1 run on the board. Not too bad. Limiting the damage there. Alyssa Jacob is going to ground out to second base. They get tossed out at first. Piranha Plant goes down swinging. Harley Quinn, last chance here for this inning, is going to draw a walk. Webster Araka punches that through into the outfield. So we got 2 on, 2 out here for Allard. But unfortunately, they're going to ground at the second base, and they will make the play at first. So Seattle threatening, but cannot get in the board. Lead is only 1-0, so not too bad. Walk drawn there by S43 1/4. That one has got some hang time on it, but is not going to have enough as it is caught on the warning track. This one's looking about the same, but is, as it's going to hit the top of the wall and drop. Runners are going to hold at second and third, but 2 on. Puts that one up the middle. This is going to probably cash 2 as he's just going to settle on the single for Cilliams, and we are going to have a 3-0 lead. This one is going up the middle, but that is actually over the center fielder's head here as Salamanca is going to drive in another run here. 4-0 here for Nashville. Sov hits this one into the outfield, will be caught. Thought about tagging, but he returns. Another wild pitch here as Steiner, given the dagger eyes to Ohtani, makes them put that one into the dirt. And then they will draw a walk. 2 on, 2 out. Windsor, was going to get that one a touchdown, but Rocca steals, or no, sorry, not Rocca. That is Miss is going to steal that one out in right field. Swing strikeout by Chris Angel. Oh my God, those batting stats, my eyes. Shane Knox hits that one into center field, and that's going to be caught. Shia Miss tries to do the same thing, but is going to run out of real estate here as Seattle getting put down here by John Camden Jr. Touching the outside of the plate, there is a 3-pitch strikeout by Ohtani. This one is going to go in between the first and second baseman into the outfield, so there is a single for 43. Jones puts that one past the first baseman. Runners going hard to third. Runners in the corner. 1 out. And, that one was in the dirt, but good job by the catcher to take that one away. Double play ball, but they are only going to get 1, so Nashville brings another run across the board here. That one is hit to the shortstop, and they will get to the inning, but Nashville putting up a run every single inning here so far. As pitched to the outside, so Hayes will take a walk. This one is cutting a touchdown as Seattle's offense is finally getting work here. Runners on with no out. There is a staring strikeout by Plant. Harley Quinn. That is a double play ball, and they will turn it as there's still a 0 on the board. This is probably Ohtani's last inning as spring training. Normally the starters only see 4 innings before they get the old hook. Gets a fly out there. Sov goes up the middle. Little dribbler. They're on to first. No threat to steal. As CeCe Bouchard actually comes in as Ohtani's day is done, letting up 5 runs in just 3.5 innings. Rocca grounds out to second baseman. They will be out at first. Theo Allard into the outfield there. That is a single. There is another walk. How does this is? I don't know if I think Chris Angel is one of the GMs, right? Does his offseason update have any batting? That is going to be a black hole in that 9 spot. That is the third base. They already get the runner at second. Cannot turn the double play. Runner was going, so a hit and run here. Aggressive base running. And there goes the runner home. Wow. He was not stopping no matter what any base coach said, and it pays off as it is now a 5-3 game just like that. They're going to have to settle for 3, though. Swinging strikeout there. That is hit to the second baseman. They're going to get tossed out at first. Quick 2 outs here. Bailey Jones goes down swinging as Bouchard coming in and putting up a couple zeros on the board. Much needed for Seattle. Swinging strikeout there by Piranha Plant. Harley Quinn gets a piece of that one. That is going deep and that is gone. See you later. That is a solo home run that cuts that lead down to 1 now. To the third baseman, they will make the play at first. Seattle chipping away at this early lead here that Nashville had, but Nashville will hold them off for now. Bouchard gets swing strikeout by Deegan. Silliams, diving catch by the left fielder, is going to steal that hit away. And then Salamanca grounds it at first, and they will make the play themselves. Angel, that's the third. They will get tossed out at first. Top of the order coming back up. Knox gets a piece of that one, but cannot get it to drop as that is a line out. And then another one to the left fielder as they're doing more than their fair share of work this inning. Pitching change here as Cassius Bright comes in. Swinging strikeout by Sauve. Steiner watches that one go by. And then Mr. Windsor watches that one go by as Seattle now down to 5 outs here to try and tie it or win it. That one is going to the outfield, going to drop. That is going to be a single for Alyssa Jacob. Powerful hit. Piranha Plant flies out. Left fielder makes a bit of a jaunt for that one. This one is a free out in foul territory. You hate to see it. We got Laharm James stepping into the mound now for Seattle. Strikeout there. 43 1/4. Puts that one up the middle. Gets a single. Swinging strikeout by Jones. Deegan. That is past the third baseman of the outfield. So we got 2 on, 2 out. Number 9 hitter. Can't deliver. Last 3 outs here for Seattle. That is going to be a ground out. A strikeout. It all comes down to Chris Angel. But he cannot come up clutch with that 30 contact, 20 power, 30 eye. Nashville's going to take this one 5-4. Jacob the only with multi-hits. Nashville pretty even hitting, except for the couple middle batters there, but they drew some walks. Ohtani takes the loss in just 3.1 innings pitched. Camden Jr. actually went 5 innings in a spring training game. The player of the game is John Camden Jr. Providence beats Buffalo 6-2. As you got a couple homers from Rye and Cove. Meta getting the W. Vancouver is going to take this one just barely over San Antonio. San Antonio had the lead early and lost it late. Pathfinders are going to beat the Aviators 4-3 on 8 hits. Mauer's going to pick up the W out of the pen. Player of the game is Thrasterson. New York, trying to get back to 500 here in spring training, is going to beat Boise 3-1. Lunar Base Triples up on the Demons. 9-3 is your final. Macarena gets the W. Some home runs from newly acquired Hulkavato. And then Torres on Detroit's side. Death Valley shuts out the Apex 4-0. And Cancun Toros are going to shut out the Rougarou 7-0 here on 11 hits. Some home runs from JQ and Green Wall. Miners, Dillos are going to beat the Kingpins 6-4 is your final. Combined 23 hits between the teams. If anything we know about the Miners is everyone loves to hit. As I say that, we followed up with the Mingos Ranas game where the Mingos are going to take it 11-7, combined 27 hits. So yeah, you want to get that AVG up, just go to the Miners. Swifties are going to get past the Firehawks. 7-3 is your final. Wheelers past the Lemurs 4-2 as they have mirrored opposite mirrored records 4-7, 7-4. And the Bears are going to beat the Hepcats and Battle of the Beasts 8-5 as they put up all 8 runs in the last 3 innings. Yikes, bullpen. Okie dokie. Make sure I save again because I'm scared on this now. Sure, we can do the box score for the Mingos real quick. Here you go. Get a good look. Cool. All right. We did a stream game, so we'll do a couple quick sim days to keep this moving. No minors games today, so it's just the majors. So Surge continue their preseason dominance 6-4 here as they move to 11-2 here against the Raptors. Forbes Jr., not known for their power, is able to drive out their second of spring training. Crabs get to double digits for a win. They beat the Vandals 5-2 is your final. Shicey Jr. gets their second HR of spring training. Voyagers and Pathfinders go to extra innings here. Both teams put up runs, but the Voyagers just putting up that one more there as they're going to beat them 5-4 is your final. Palladorus, 2 home runs. Zach Johnson Jr. had 3 home runs this game. Wow. Trying to do it all by himself, but it's not enough. Aviators going to beat the Sloss 4-2 is your final as apparently it's the day of doubling up on the home runs as Khan puts up 2. Demons and Scorpions go to extra innings as the Demons force extra innings in the 9th and then take it in the 10th. Apex are going to beat the Rougarous 3-0 on 10 hits. Another Shotani gets the save as they're cloning them and the Apex, apparently. Toros are going to get the 4-2 win over the Sea Serpents. And the Space Rangers are going to beat Nashville 6-2 as we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 combined home runs between the two teams. As I said, there was no minor games today, so we will move forward. One of the games I wanted to watch yet? No, it's not. Anyone else have a game they really want to see? Or a team they would really like to see? Or forever hold your silence? Cali? We could do that since we had someone asking for the Ranas earlier. Ticks 2 boxes. Alright, so we'll do California versus the Puerto Rico Ranas. As Firehawks seem to hold the edge here early in spring training. We'll see if that generates a W for them. Not sure if you want to do a prediction. I'll give you a quick minute here to see if you want to put something up. Okay. We got a prediction going up. If not, it's okay. We'll just get her going. Who scores first is our prediction. Who do I think will score first? Firehawks, because they like crushing people's hopes at some of the most weird times. $600 on Cali, 1,000 on PR. All right, I think we'll get this going. Keep this moving here because we got a lot of days to get through. A lot. All right, McGillicuddy is up first. He is going to draw a walk. I love when two teams' jerseys are like hard, different colors from one another. It's like very aesthetically pleasing to me. It's so easy to point them out. So props to the Ranas and the bright greens. And then, yeah, looks great. 2 on, 1 out. That is a free out in foul ball territory. It's all going to be down to Archer, but they're going to sky that, and that will be caught. So everyone who voted for Firehawks clenching, or sorry, the round is clenching a bit, but they're going to get out unscathed as that's going to drop. Sterling Stern leads us off with a single. That is over the third baseman's head, so we got 2 on, no outs here. DeJong gets a lot on that one, but it will be caught in the warning track. But runner's going to move at third. So 2 outs to work with here to get a run home as they pick the runner off at first, leading off too much. And they are going to get out of this unscathed as that is going to be caught. And we are still going on the bet. Swinging strikeout there by Morgan. Zen gets underneath that one, but that is going to die in the air as that is caught in the outfield. Daniels draws a walk. Sorry, I couldn't mute in time. Hopefully I didn't come through brutally. We get out of that inning here. Still no runs on the board. That is punched up the middle there by Justice Jr., so we got a leadoff man on first. That one goes right at the center fielder. Barely had to move. Says thank you very much for that. Berezowski is grounding out into just a fielder's choices. I thought that was going to be a double play. And left fielder is going to stretch out and take that run away. Zeros on the board still here as that is going to foul territory. At least when I'm streaming, I like to call those free outs. So there is your first freebie. Fly out there to left as they barely have to move. And then that one's going to go between the outfielders, but the center fielder will get there to get the out. Right past the third baseman, it goes Quinn, leadoff man on first. That is a double play ball, but as we know in the minors, apparently double plays don't exist. Who invests in defense? That is into the outfield and caught. DeJong right at the third baseman. I thought that was going to sneak by, but he says no and catches that one high. That goes to left field and will be caught. Archer puts that in the center field. That's got some hang time on it, but it is going to die in the air. Too much spin on the ball, clearly. Swinging strikeout there as, yeah, we have a pitcher's duel here going as we have a couple little pokes here, but nothing really big and game-changing yet as Barry gets on a first. Swinging strikeout by Justice Jr. Big Hurt Thomas tries to put on some hurt as they go up the middle, so 2 on, 1 out. That is right to the pitch. Wow, that is an unorthodox double play. And, I mean, it wouldn't happen any other way, apparently. That goes the pitcher to second to first. That's the second baseman. Easy out on first. Pop fly there into right field. 2 out. And then another pop fly here, but center fielder will take that one down. So 6 hits for the Ranas to 1. But they just cannot get a run in as they keep putting men on first, or women, or whatever identifier they use. Puts that individual, we'll say. That is into the outfield there as we have 2 runners on, 1 out. Cove, that is a potential double play ball, but they are just going to get the runner at second. DeJong sneaks it through, and there we have it. Our first run of the game as the Ranas are the first ones on the board. With 8 hits, they finally get it done. That is caught by the left fielder. So 1-0 lead for them. This is one of those trap games where the team's not getting any hits, and it's just like they'll walk someone and then hit a 2-run homer or something. That's what I had to suffer through this year's playoffs of Toronto. I swear every time we would like have that happen half the games, but attempt to throw at second doesn't get him through. All the infielders in, and they're gonna punt the ball. What did I just say about trap game right here? Only 3 hits on, and they've tied the game. Didn't even get a hit to get the tying run. Ooh, they hold the bat back, so bases loaded, 2 outs. Morgan drops it into the outfield, and that is going to give the Firehawks the lead. Small ball going on here, but a swinging strikeout by Zen. Daniels got to get that thing to touch grass. And it will, as the outfielders can't get it. This is, oh, I thought it was going to be a bases clearing double, but they'll still take 2. That one is going deep. It has enough hang time. We'll see ya. That one is gone. 3-run blast here as Firehawks now have blown this game wide open. Unfortunately for the Ranas, who fought so hard to get that first run, are now down by 6. Finally get out of the inning here. Time to throw some salt behind the back and get those rabbits' feet out because they got to start cashing in these opportunities here. But 2 quick outs here as Wakefield is in. That is up the middle here as Berezowski on first. Keeps the inning alive. Stern, that's a double play ball, but they won't need to as they just need to get 1, and they will at second. Firehawks trying to extend the lead here as interesting build here by T1000 as they are just pure contact. Although I think the player retired already. So we'll see if they're on the roster here as the regular season goes. But that is going to be 2 runners on. That is probably deep enough. It is not. So Ranas might get through this inning here. Oh, runners thought about it, but they stay. Runner was going, but it won't matter as they get out of the inning surprisingly with no damage after starting off a bit rough. Last 9 outs here. Now it's 8 as Quinn strikes out. Stern takes a walk to first. That is past the first baseman. So runner goes to third. Good hustle. So runners on first and third. And he beats out the throw as the Ranas finally can chip away at that lead a bit here. Swinging strikeout. Last chance for this inning, but they are going to swinging strikeout as well. So they are only going to get 1 here. Name of the game for California is add to the lead if you can, but they are probably more focused on the defense. Beats the throw out at first, one of the slowest throws in human history. They touch up. Did they get anyone? Okay, they did get the man at first. There's the throw at first. They will get out of the inning. Down to 6 outs here, Ranas. What do you got? Big Hurt Thomas puts a big hurt on his team as he swings and strikes out, giving him 5 opportunities left. That's the third baseman down the line. Good arm is going to get the man at first. Stern going to get pitched to the outside. Takes a walk to first. And then that is going to be skied, but caught. Dr. LBG able to get the first batter out on a strikeout. Ground out there. And 1-2-3, easy innings. So last chance here for the Ranas. Only 5 runs. Out hitting the Firehawks. Top of the order up. It's who you want. Pop out there is caught. Cove. To the first baseman as they are down to 1 out here. DeJong keeps them alive. They're on first. Barry gets a hold of that one. Does it have enough? It does. It's gone. 2-run blast here late. Maybe there is some life yet as the Firehawks look to be having some frog legs for dinner. Denied for now. Justice Jr. That's a dribbler. Catcher's going to throw it to first. That is going to end the night. As Firehawks put up 7 runs in the 6th, and it is enough to hold off the Ranas despite getting out hit. 2-hit game here for Thompson. Daniels putting up 2 ribbies, and then the 3 RBIs there for Joseph Jolly. 3 for 5 day, 2 RBIs for Quentin DeJong. And your player of the game is Trey Daniels. Dillos are going to beat the Lemurs 8-4 here. As we got home runs by Beatty, Gordon, and Ruiz. Bruce City is going to beat the Kingpins here 7-5. Win goes to Mitchell. A couple home runs here by Streamer and James. Mingos are going to beat the Wheelers 4-3 in a tight one as Mingos actually put up the 2 winning runs in the bottom of the 9th. Steal that one away from the Wheelie Boys. State College 9-2 over the Hepcats on 15 hits. Kringleberry, your player of the game. And then we saw the Firehawks game. On to the majors. Aviators going to shut out the Crabs 5-0 here. 4 errors on the Crabs side. That's a yikes defensively. Player of the game is Mr. Sheets. Pathfinders are going to beat up on the Raptors 9-2 is your final. Win goes to Duck. Player of the game is Duck. Duck, Duck, Goose. Vancouver Vandals are going to beat the Surge 9-1 on 11 hits. As we got home runs from King Jr. and Kirk Swerve. New acquisition. Sloss and Voyagers actually go to extra innings as Sloss take this one 7-5. 12 innings to get it done. Player of the game, Sam Antonio. Sea Serpents are going to beat the Apex 5-3. A lot of home runs, actually. 4 combined between the 2 teams. Long ball. Name of the game for a lower scoring game. Stars beat the Toros, handing them only their 2nd loss of spring training, 5-3. Cancun actually has 2 home runs in the losing cause. Death Valley beats a Lunar Base 5-4. So they put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th to steal this one away. And the Demons are going to beat the Rougarous 5-1 is your final. I think I saved, but we're just going to chain save here. Okie dokie. I'm going to do another quick sim day. Keep things moving. Dillos are going to beat the Bears 8-6 is your final. Combined 4 home runs between the 2 teams, 11-9. Here's your hits. Lemurs is going to beat the Mingos 5-2. When going to McFraud, player of the game is Allen. State College pulls themselves above 500 for spring training as they triple up on the Kingpins 6-2. Player of the game is Grove. Hepcats beat the Ranas 5-1. Score early and hold on. As we had 4 players get their first home run of spring training. Wheelers beat Firehawks 5-4 as Firehawks put up 3 in the top of the 9th, and then the Wheelers answer with 4 to take it away. Oh, interesting. It doesn't do the majors too. Okay. OBX beats the Vandals 4-3 is your final. Home runs is Swerve. That's 2 games in a row. So he's got a second. Garfield their 5th. Raptors beat the Sloths 6-2. Player of the game, Evil Dictator, on his retirement tour. Surge are going to beat the Pathfinders 2-0. Actually getting out hit, but it doesn't matter. My player getting player of the game in a losing cause. Crabs beat the Voyagers 4-3 as they put up 3 runs at the top of the 9th to steal that one away from them. Benito already 6 home runs here in spring training. Apex beating the Stars 1-0. That was a full-on pitcher's duel there. Only 7 hits combined. 3 errors between the 2 teams, though. Spring training, you're going to see the E's popping up a lot. Toros beat the Space Rangers 3-2 in a close one. Lunar Base tries to take it away in the bottom 9th, but come up a bit short. Ringaroos get their second win of spring training, squeak past DVS 2-1 on just 5 hits. And then the Demons beat Seattle 4-0 here to finish off our day. Okay, so this is one I wanted to watch, which is Lunar Base at New Orleans. So that is what we're going to do. We'll hit a quick save here. Yeah, after this, I'll put it back onto the floor. We'll watch one more. There is a Toronto game I would like to watch for my own ego padding. But we'll watch this. We'll do one more kind of pick, that one, and I think that'll be it. So just 3 stream games total here to end it off, and the rest will just be quick sim, so we can get out of here quickly. What do we got? What comes first, hit, strikeout, or walk? I think strikeout was probably the right call there, but we'll see. New Orleans, they've got to go to their jersey vendor and maybe figure this out because everyone's dressed up like they're going for an all-star game here, but we'll get this one going here as Allegra Macarena matches up against Taiwan Bay. We'll get this going. That one is hit into the outfield and will drop into center field as Raking the Lake leads us off with a hit. So there goes your prediction right there. Staring strikeout there by Morgan. Alvarez pops that one up, and wow, the center fielder ran a long way to get that one, but that is going to be your second out. And then a walk there by Newman keeps this going. Dog and M&M grounds out into a fielder's choice at second. So 0 on the board for Lunar Base here to start us off. That's the first base will be picked up and touched. That one is hit. Diving catch by Hulkovato steals that one away. And they can't beat the throw at first. Nice pickup and toss there to get them out of the inning. Keep the 0 on the board. Ground there to third. Allison changes out. Cross Erickson hits that one just over the wall as that just squeaked by there, as that is a solo home run. Gets our first run on the board here. Are we still good? OBS looked like it lagged there for a second, but you guys can still see. That one's hit into left field, so we got 2 on, 1 out. That one's hit into center field and caught. So 2 out, 2 on. Morgan puts that at third, and they're going to get the fielder's choice at second. That one, they get under that one quite a bit, but will be caught in the outfield. Tulowitzki does the same thing. This one looks a little more dangerous, but is not going to have enough legs to make it out. And then Shanahan goes down swinging. Alvarez pokes this one into the outfield, will touch down. And wow, he chugs hard, but he takes a double out of that, which looked like it was a single. Wild pitch gives him a free pass to third. Good chance here for Lunar base to put another run on the board. Newman draws the walk. Eminem gets underneath that one. That is a bit shallow. We'll see if they send the runner. They do, and he will beat out the throw. So there is your second run of the game. That one's hit into the outfield. Will touch down. Newman's chugging hard for third and will get there. They're waving him, and he is going to touch home. So 3-0 here now for Lunar base. Aggressive base running. That one's clobbered in the outfield. We'll see if they send the runner. No. Thought about tagging up, but decides better. Then Hulkavato puts it in the exact same spot, and that is going to end the inning. Nola still looking for their first hit of the game. McClobber is going to ground out. Hammerman pokes that one in between the third baseman and shortstop as they get on. Swing, strikeout there, and then bang, gets tossed out at first. So they get a run around, but can't do much with it. That is grounded third, and an error as they can't get a hold on it, as there goes the runner to second base. That one is hit into center field and will touch down. 2 on, no out. This feels a bit shallow, but I feel like they'll send him. No, they don't. As Morgan pops out. Alvarez, again, another shallow one. They do send the runner this time, and they are out. Fly out in center field, and then the cannon guns him down at home plate, as the aggressive running does not pay off that time. Swinging strikeout there by Fakar. GGG grounds out. And Stradley is going to just stare at that one as Lunar base defensively is on cruise control right now. Struggling a bit offensively. I know they're up 3-0, but you think they'd be popping some more hits in there. But enough to win it so far. That one's pushed to the warning track, but caught. Chains. There is a free out in foul territory. Ground out there. Tossed out at first. This one goes into the outfield. What a run there by Morgan, as they're going to chase that one down and get the out. So one hit is still all we have on the board here for the Rougarous. Swinging strikeout there by Cross Erickson. Hulkavato gets a hold of that one, and that one is gone. Oh, see ya. That's a solo blast to get them 4 runs on the board now for Lunar base. Boyant stares at that one as it goes waving by, and then in the lake cannot get to first as they will get tossed out. There's your second hit of the game as a leading single here by Hammerman. That one is hit hard, but a diving catch by Newman steals that one away. And then you got a double play ball here, but they will only get the leadoff runner as Macarena is still in. Not something you see often for a spring training game. The bullpen and everyone else must be gassed or something. That's into the outfield. Leadoff single by Morgan. There goes the stolen base attempt and is successful. That one's hit into the outfield. Ooh, nice ability to run that down as Morgan still is able to touch up, and that is into the gap as Newman has a double, puts that run home easily. 5-0 now. That one's hit at first. They will touch up, but the runner does move up. 2 out, 1 on, and Chains will strike out. Pitching change here as Mr. Kamish is in. Alexander Benjamin. Gets a strikeout. That one, they get under that a little bit, but will be caught in center field. Tulowitzki. In between the first and second baseman, there's your third hit of the game, but with 2 outs. Be hard for them to do anything with this, I think, unfortunately, and a swing strikeout there. Automatic steps in. Little grounder to second baseman there. Erickson's tossed out. Hulkavato stares at a strikeout. That would have hit between the first and second baseman as they are going to get to first, Mr. Boyan. Then a staring strikeout there by In the Lake. 87I can't do anything for them there, unfortunately. That is to the first baseman. They will touch up. Hammerman goes down swinging. And that's the third baseman. Good throw, and they will get them at first as Benjamin's come in a pretty good relief appearance here. I think 5 or 6 outs. Tentacion, signing from Vancouver. Long-term to NOLA. Comes in. Puts down 2 batters. And can't get a third. Is a long hanging single by Newman will get them on base. And just over the head of the shortstop there is little bloops here. Some small ball keeping us going. No play as the shortstop picks it up and does not make a throw. Ooh, Tentacion walks home a run. Base is still loaded, 2 outs. Hulkavato gets underneath that one and over. No, he caught it. I thought for sure that had dropped and we were looking at a double here, but no. Damage is done though. It's 6-0 here. As Benjamin still in, gets her 7th out. There's a hit against them. Maybe a rally? Doubtful. 2 outs there. As Marston comes in. As that was like a tipped foul, I think. But then a swinging strikeout there is going to do it. 6-0 on 13 hits is your final. As Lunar Base beats the Rougarous. Hammerman, the only one managing to get more than 1 hit for NOLA. Everyone on Lunar Base actually getting a hit. Not often you see that. Macarena gets the W in 6 innings pitched. Again, people's bullpens must be starting to get gassed. Not often you see the starters go that long. But player of the game is Allegra Macarena. Surge are going to beat the Aviators 3-1 is your final. Player of the game is Adam. I think it's Adam Hangman. Voyagers beat the Vandals 10-7 as they put up, 8 runs in the last 3 innings. Vancouver's bullpen falling apart. As Voyagers steal that one. Raptors beat the Crabs 14-7. We'll take a look at that one. One's where there's big scoring I like to look at. We got a 4 RBI day for Why Not Cove. Only 1 hit, but 3 walks. Have a day. Pathfinders and Sloths have a bit of a slugfest. 8-6 is your final as both teams' bullpens try to blow it from them. But Toronto holds on to take that win. Apex beat the Turtles 9-1 on 14 hits. Couple first homers there for some of their players. Stars going to be the Demons 4-3 on 11 hits. Cameron Jr. is your player of the game. Sea Serpents beat Death Valleys. They are up over 500 now for spring training. 4-3 is your final as Otani gets the W. I don't know if Captain is still here, but you got a W. Not in the stream game, unfortunately. Miners, Mingos beat the Dillos 8-3 on 14 hits. Bunch of players getting their second home runs of spring training. Brew City Bears going to beat State College Swifties 9-1 is your final. Player of the game is Patterson. Firehawks beat the Lemurs 3-2. So this one goes 14 innings. Probably not too many people happy about that for a spring training game. Kingpins beat the Ranas 9-2 is your final. Player of the game is Simmons III. And then Hepcats are going to beat the Wheelers 10-5 on 14 hits. All right. Let's make sure we hit save again. Move forward today. I think the game I wanted to watch is on the 10th. So we can watch one more game. Then we'll do the Toronto, Vancouver, and then I'm just going to quick sim the rest, I think. Keep us going here quickly. Have a nice quick spring training day. Not keep people too long on their Saturdays. So what do we want to see? I'll let you guys type in chat. We got a whopping 22 viewers. See what you guys want to have a look at. Who does Florida play? We did just watch the Firehawks. Leave it for another minute or two, but we have 2 votes on Florida. I know we just watched the Firehawks, but if that's what people are going to say, that's what we're going to do. If you want your voice heard, say it now. Two Chicagos. Well, folks, I might have to go with Chicago just because we did watch the Firehawks already and we haven't seen the Wheelers yet, I don't think, here for spring training. I think I'll make an executive decision here. I'm sorry. Well, actually, wait. 10th, we have a couple days left. Oops. 12. Oh, we'll do it here. There we go. We can do Florida and the Kingpins on the 12th. Okay. So we'll quick sim today. We'll do the Toronto, Vancouver game tomorrow, and then we'll finish off with the Mingos against the Kingpins. Okay. So that's what we'll do. Perfect. Let's start with the minors. All games today. All right, State College are going to beat the Dillos. 10-1 is your final as they put up 4 runs at the bottom of the 9th to take it to the Dillos. Mingos are going to beat the Firehawks 11-9 as that one actually goes to extra. The Firehawks put up an 8-run 6th. Didn't they put up a 7-run 6th when we watched them? What is with them in one-inning explosions? Yeah, Mingos are going to get it done here. Player of the game will go to the Firehawks player. Bruce City Bears are going to beat the Ranas. That one goes to extra innings as well. 4-3 is your final. No absolutely crazy shenanigans at the end of the game. Just a simple 1-run win. Hepcats are going to beat the Lemurs. 8-3 is your final 11 hits. Player of the game, Slobberknocker. And then Kingpins will beat the Wheelies. 10-1 is your final as they put up 6 runs in the 5th inning to take that one. Voyagers are going to beat the Aviators 4-2 here. Regular season score-ish game. Both teams only 6 hits each, so made the most of their opportunities. Parco gets player of the game. Sloths are going to beat the Surge 5-2 is your final on 12 hits. Triple the hits as they are able to get it done. Player of the game, Salberg. Vandals are going to beat the Raptors here 8-3 as they put up 5 runs in the top of the 10th. Really wanted to get that extra innings win here. Player of the game is Garfield. Crabs are going to beat the Pathfinders 6-3 is your final. Player of the game is Goose, as Providence had 3 home runs in that game to lead them to the W. Rougarous get their 3rd win of spring training, 3-0 over the Sea Serpents. Loss is going to go to Tull. Player of the game, Sportsboy57. Nashville beats the Scorpions 5-4. Save going to Hitsuna. Oh my god. He was on my team forever. Hitso Yanagi as they get the save. Wish you all the best, Project Saint. Not sure if you're watching or listening, but all the best. Demons beat the Toros. 3-1 is your final on 10 hits as a Human gets player of the game. And Space Rangers are going to beat the Apex 3-0 as Mano Wright remains perfect for spring training and gets player of the game. move forward today here. This is the game we wanted to watch. So hit save. Got my boy Psyduck lined up against Ragnar Lothbrok, as Oatmeal actually having the advantage over previous teammate Larson, and Elwood Hayes over Zach Johnson Jr. As Joseph Pilsudski is still in his Vandals uniform, maybe not thrilled to be on the Pathfinders. Let's start some rumors. Yeah. Who will win? Straight up. I'll predict with custom points. There we go. Someone wants to bet against me. Now's your chance. Literally everyone on Toronto is playing out of position. So, I can guarantee no win here. Just 1,000? Someone's trying to swindle me here? Leave it going for a little bit. You don't have to close it immediately. We can start this and you can leave it open for a little bit if people want to keep betting. It's not like should change too drastically, but we'll get this started. Battle of the Green Teams. Fly out there by Quirk Swerve Jr. This one is hit to the exact same spot as Zach Johnson Jr. is busy out there in right field already. Walk there by Elwood Hayes. Dan King Jr. goes down swinging. So they get a runner on. No hits, but get some going here. That one is cranked off the wall here by Dynamite as he is chugging hard. Lead off triple here for the speedster. Pilsudski draws a walk, so we got runners on the corner. No out for power hitter Zach Johnson Jr. And he is going to ground out into a fielder's choice, but they will still get a run across. Mills goes down swinging. So runner on, 2 out. And that is dribbled to shortstop, and they will get out of the inning with only a damage of 1. Pretty good considering the situation they were in. That is past the third baseman as Oatmeal the third cranks it into the outfield. Wow, big throw in, but he will get a double out of it. Dubson to first. There's your first out, but runner moves up. Good chance to score here. So they'll have to drive it in with a hit, but a swinging strikeout by Scudder will end that threat. There's a hit at third baseman as they're going to toss it at first. Harvey Brinke Jr. Mo Love dribbles to the pitcher, tossed out at first. Lewis goes down swinging. Brittles, that is to second baseman. They are tossed out. Kirk Swerve Jr. stares at a strikeout. That one is hit hard, deep, but will be caught. It's John Goffield, not known for their power, has 6 home runs in spring training. He is feeling it early. Catter, newly called up rookie, takes a walk. Dynamite, that one looked like it was hit hard, but a line it right to the center fielder. And then a double play ball by Pilsudski will end that inning. Walk there by Hayes, as he's walked both times he's been up so far. That one is hit into the outfield and will drop. So we got 2 on, no outs here. Oatmeal the third. That is right at the center fielder. Runner cannot tag up. There's another one that is deep. Mite will get there. Runner will move up to third. So runners in the corner, 2 out. Shrub gets... Oh, I thought that was going to touch grass, but just hung in the air a little bit too long as they were going to come empty-handed, unfortunately. Zach Johnson Jr. goes down swinging. Mills That's a ground to shortstop is tossed out. Larson drops this one into the outfield. He's got a runner on first. Brinkley Jr. draws a walk. So 2 on, 2 out. Mo Love skies that one into center field. Well, he has to shift a little bit, but he will make the play. 1-0 here as a bit of a pitcher's duel going on. Nice dive by his shortstop, but cannot make the throw in time as the runner will get to first. That one squeaks in between the third baseman and shortstop, so 2 on, no out now. Swinging strikeout there by Kirk Swerve Jr. Garfield puts that one up the middle. We'll see if they send the runner. They do. Throw comes in, not in time. We have ourselves a tie game. Popped up into the outfield. This will be caught by the center fielder. Runner thinks better of the tag up. Then a swinging strikeout there by Dan King Jr. But damage is done as Toronto's bats just cannot get going. They're suffering from the stream fatigue they seem to lately, where they just do not hit on stream. That is skied into center field and caught. Dinamite can't check his swing as he goes down on strikes. J. Doctor Jr. is in. He's able to get the ground out to first. Dubson swinging strikeout. And then a swinging strikeout by Reggie Shrub. So good quick inning there by J. Doctor Jr. Darren Clapp is in now, as Pilsudski will sky that into center field. Johnson Jr. does pretty much the same, just slightly to the other side. Kendrick Mills will draw a walk. Larson up the middle. Single. Keeps us going. Walk there by Harvey Brinkley. Bases loaded for Mo Love. And he will deliver as that is off the wall. There is a bases clearing double. Pretty much next closest thing you can hope for as a grand slam, as there's a 4-1 lead now. Another pitching change as Ola serve it up is in, but that is over the center fielder's head as Lewis repeats what just happened. Mo Love comes home 5-1 now. That one is hit but cannot get down as Kader leaves that one a little too high for a little too long. Trout is in as they will get Scudder to strike out. That one is to shortstop. They will get tossed out at first. Kirk Swerve Jr. can't hold the bat back, and they will go down on strikes as well. Dinamite gets that one a drop into the outfield. They're going to go to first. We'll see if they run. There they go. And they get to second with no problem. That one is tipped foul, but nothing going on there. But then Pilsudski will get that one a drop. There goes Mite home, and 6-1 now for the Pathfinders. Johnson Jr. grounds out into what could be a double play ball, but no, as they will just get the leadoff runner. And then Mills goes down on strikes. Oh, no, still going here. I thought that was it. Larson draws a walk. Wrigley Jr. That is to second, and that will end the inning. Vancouver now down to 6 outs. Make that 5 as Garfield goes down swinging. Hayes puts that one to the outfield. That is going to be a single. Dan King Jr. skies that one to center field and caught. IPO 3, another tipped foul. No one moves, but then goes down on strikes. And okay, that was weird. I thought there was one more out. I am losing track of these. I need to focus. Jeff Lewis sneaks that one past the shortstop as he is going to get on first. There is a single. Kader tries to do the same, but it is a double play instead as the shortstop says, "Fool me once, shame on me." Second time comes through. Dubson skies that one as Jacques Toussaint is in to close this out. No, what a play. What a play by Mo Love. And that is going to do it here. 6-1 is your final. Pathfinders will take this one. 3 RBI game for Mo Love. Definitely a big difference maker there with that bases clearing a double. That seems to be his number one thing is doubles, doubles, doubles. Player of the game is actually going to be Ragnar Lothbrok in the losing cause. They pitch 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, as it's Mr. Clapp who had it fall apart on them. Let's punch the save button. Crabs against Sloss. 7-6 is your final. As what is like people's bullpens are like falling apart like crazy. 6 runs in the last 3 innings are going to steal this one from the Sloss. Voyagers get back to 500 as they beat the Surge 8-1 on 12 hits. Aviators beat the Raptors 2-1 is your final here. As both teams now 8-10. Saw the old Tirana game. Death Valley back to 500 as they beat the Toros 3-0 on 7 hits. For the game, Giuseppe Jones. Nashville beats the Rougarous here 4-3. Claw Daddy gets your POTG. Apex are going to beat the Demons as Rove, not wanting to let go of Lunar Base, still wearing his uniform, gets the win. And Sea Serpents will beat the Space Rangers 4-3 here as they put up 2 runs at the end of the game to steal us and win away. How did Chris Angel get a home run? Whoever he hit the home run on, shame on you. Shame, shame. Ring the bell. No minors games today. I think I saved, but I'm so paranoid because of the Arando crashes. Let's move forward. And then it was the 12th that had the game that we wanted, right? Kingpins versus... Yes, it is. Okay, so we'll do the 11th. Let's go. Firehawks beat the Dillos emphatically. Wow, I butchered pronouncing that. Emphatically. 11-2 is your final on 14 hits. They put 7 runs in the first 2 innings. Definitely chase that starting pitcher. Are clearly not cloudy. And I wonder what that full name is. That's going to be interesting to read. Player of the game. Puerto Rico Ranas beat the Swifties 6-1 on 12 hits. Player of the game is Thomas. Het Cats beat the Mingos 7-1 as they put up 5 runs in the 7th. Player of the game is Glorbenspiel. Bruce City beats the Wheelers 7-2 is your finale in that one. And the Kingpins beat the Lemurs 5-2. Player of the game, Davis Jr. I feel like I'm missing some reference there in Unrowdy Ruly Diamonds there, but Majors. Voyagers pull themselves above 500. 7-3 is their final as they beat the Raptors here on 12 hits. Player of the game, a John Patey V2. Aviators going to beat the Pathfinders 6-3 here as quite the hitters game, actually. 23 combined hits. Player of the game, Babby Person. Surge beat the Crabs 4-0. Clifton gets the player of the game. Miss you, Mr. Clifton. Sloss take it to the Vandals. 12-1 is your final. 18 hits. Oof, Maron. As player of the game is Big Vito. Actually, I want to see, did someone clean up? Oh, yeah, Vito did. 4 for 5, 4 ribbies, and a walk. He is popping off in spring training. 380. Death Valley beats Apex 10-1 as they put up 6 runs in the last 3 innings. Good God, bullpens, what are you doing? Everyone must be so gassed. Like, they must be forced to put the pitchers in and they're just gassed completely. Demons are going to beat Lunar Base 7-1 as your final on 11 hits. Player of the game, O Quarters. Nashville will beat Seattle 2-1 on 8 hits. Wow, Seattle put up a run on only just 2 hits. Krispy Kreme is your player of the game. And then Toros beat the Rougarous 8-0 on 12 hits. Player of the game is a JQ. We did the minors, yes. So we will go for today. We're going to hit save. Go to the minor leagues. And here we go. Final streamed game of the day. most requested from my 20 viewers. Kingpins versus the Mingos. Sorry, I don't mean to keep yawning. I have a 7-month-old. I have an excuse. Alright here. So Kingpins definitely have the advantage. As you know, though, advantages in minors, unless a team's like loaded with a bunch of 350s, not as big as you would think. Prediction is who scores first. No one is betting. Where's all the folks who wanted to see this? Come on, throw some money down. Or I'll make us watch New Orleans versus Vancouver. Oh. Hello, kitty cat. How are you? Alright, we got some bets going. I'll leave it for another 10 seconds and then I'm going to start this up. Arya has come to say hi. Although she's not one for talking, right? Maybe we can get some purrs right in the mic. Happy cat. Alrighty, let's get her going. Last spring training game on stream before we start the old season off. It is upon us, folks. Closer than you think. Everyone's shaking the rust off, trying to get those draft stocks up if they're approaching the majors, which anyone who is a new draftee, for the love of God, please do it. We are hurting for more actives. So anyone who is dialed in, get on her. As we have a first runner on the base today, as Essence is on. Pedro Blanco goes down swinging. That is hit hard and just gets over the wall as Cyrus Kidd is going to put your first run on the board. That is the Kingpins. 2-0 now over the Mingos. That is up the middle by Kent Murphy II. That is hit hard deep by Capone, and that is gone as that clears the walls. See you later, as that is another 2-run blast here. As Kingpin's up early here, 4-0 over the Flamingos. That's in the outfield, but does not have enough hang time as that will be caught. Davis Jr. gets a piece of that one, but will be caught. But poor Theodore Furness, 4 earned runs in just an inning already. DeVille goes down swinging. Steelflex is going to be able to draw a walk. There is another walk there by Miroslav Kettle. That's grounded to the pitcher, though. Wow, again, those pitcher double plays, we'll look out for them in the minors. That one is hit and does drop into the outfield there for Alexander, so they are on first. That one squeaks by the second baseman as Micaiah Beach has runners on first and third now, no outs. Yvonne Essence grounds out into the double play. Unfortunate, but they will still get the runner home. 5-0 now. Blanco. Ooh, that one had so much hang time I thought it could have been caught, but did squeak up the middle. Kidd, that's to the pitcher. They will get the runner at first. Joe takes a walk. Double play ball, but they will just get the lead off runner. There's Fernandez gets to first. King draws another walk, so 2 on, only 1 out. Junior gets a piece of that, but just can't get the ball to drop. Unfortunate now as wild pitch sends the runners up 1 more bag. But the third baseman. Nice snare right on the line to get the final out and keep the Flamingos from getting on the board. A walk there by Murphy. I thought the potential double play ball, but they're just going to get the lead off. Nice dive by the second baseman to take that hit away. That one is skied into center field. Runner will tag up. Safe. And then a play to the pitcher, and they are able to get it first. So the first inning where the Kingpins were held off the score sheet here as they are out hitting them 8-0. Steel flex. That one hangs a little too long in the air. That is your second out of the inning. Kettle is able to put that one into the field. So there's your first hit of the game in the fourth inning. We'll see if it can do anything, but no, a line out there to left field will end that threat. Furnace still in the game, is able to get a strikeout there. Yvonne Essence. Okay. You're going to have to spell it out for me phonetically if you want me to pronounce that correctly, because I'm going to butcher that every time. That is a hit at second base. They will get the runner at first. D. Fernandez draws a walk. Pitching change here is Usada Pecora comes in and immediately gives up a double to Danielle King. Swinging a strikeout there as we have some pinch hitters making appearances. Sakudo draws a walk. Bases loaded. 2 out. DeVille. No, he gets swapped out for Durr and he grounds out. I was going to say, DeVille, what do you got? But the coach pulled him. Oh. Pop out there. Another pop out coming. Capone. That's the second base to first. And there's your out. Pinch hitters all around for the Mingos. Pro tip, if there's players on the roster that don't have assigned roles, they will come pitch hit in bad games and stuff in the minors all the time. So if you're a GM, if you want to keep those players, right, but then obviously you don't intend to play them or don't have them set up to a role, put them to the reserve roster. Don't pull out your actives for pinch hitters. Doesn't feel good. Pop fly there. Swinging strikeout. And then a walk, as extremely confident is in. Okay. So my cat is playing Russian roulette and keeps walking on my PC by the buttons. Let's not play that game. Pop out there as a threatening inning there by the Kingpins, but no dice. Mingo still only 2 hits as Kingpins are taking it to them defensively. Bauer bottom is in now and immediately gives up 2 hits. So runners in the corners, no outs. Chance for the Mingos to finally get on the board. That is not deep enough, I don't think. No, as thought about it, but they return. That also is, well, the diving catch gave them the opportunity. Good defensive play, though, but they do give up 1. Then a catch in right field is going to end the inning as the Pepto Pink Flamingos only can get 1. Little underhanded throw is going to get the runner at first. Runner on. That is to the first baseman, but they will touch up. So 2 outs. Runner moves to second, and this one is likely to be caught just on the edge of the warning track. No dice. Another pitching change. Jimmy Garapolo is in. Is going to get Durr out at first. Jethro Gibbs. That's the second baseman. Tossed out at first. That one is hit into the outfield and will be caught. As Mingo's not getting a lot done here. Anthony Simmons III pops out into center field. Play from the catcher to first. Alexander Hits that one into center field and will be caught. Last chance here. Last 3 outs. McQueen hits that one into the outfield. Caught. Shabadoo. Grounder to second. Out at first. Fernandez. Last chance. That is over the center fielder's head. So we got a runner on second with 2 out as Big Yosh trying to stop this from happening. But his catcher will make the play. Oh, no, he won't as he beats the runner out. So 2 on, 2 out. Swinging strikeout by Adrian Infante. 5-1 is your final. 10 hits to 6. Kingpins take it. Player of the game is Cyrus Kidd for the Kingpins. Ranas and Dillos go to extra innings, but Ranas are going to take this one 5-2 as they put up 4 runs on the top of the 10th to take this one away. Habcats beat the Firehawks 6-4. They get out hit, but it doesn't matter. They scored when it counted. State College beat the Wheelie Boys 5-4. They put up all 5 of the runs in the last 2 innings. Lots of stolen wins here. And then Bruce City shutting out the Lemurs 1-0 is your final. Voyagers beat the Pathfinders 7-3 on 12 hits. Player of the game, Palladors. Sloths get to 500, 10-10 now as they beat the Aviators 3-2. Put up 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Raptors beat the Surge 6-4 on 11 hits. Player of the game for Buffalo actually is Taylor. Crabs put up 16 runs against the Vandals on 19 hits. 16-3 is your final. Big days here by Shiesty Jr. 3 for 6, 4 RBIs. 4 for 5, 4 RBIs for Swanson Goose. Apex beat the Rougarous in 12 innings. 3-2 is your final and just 7 hits. Stars get to 500 as they beat the Space Rangers 3-2. Both teams putting up runs in the 9th. Lunar Base thought they had extra innings, but it was taken away. Cameron Jr. has had a lot of player of the games here. Toros beat the Sea Serpent 7-0, shutting them out as Otani takes the loss. Death Valley Scorpions beat the Demons 5-0. Hit save. Forward. So I think we have today and then tomorrow and then we're done. Oops. Hapcats gonna beat the Dillos 6-1 is your final. 16 hits. Dynasty is your player of the game. Puerto Rico Ranas beat the Wheelers 6-4, putting up 5 of those runs in the 6th, 7th, 8th. Firehawks move to 500 as they beat the Kingpins 4-1 is your final and just 4 hits. State College beating Lemurs 9-3 is your final. 28 combined hits between the teams. Lots of hits in that one. And then the Bears beating the Flamingos 7-4 on 15 hits. Crabs beat the Aviators 6-1 is your final. 11 hits, only allowing 2 hits there for the Crabs. Good defensive game for them. Sloths beat the Voyagers 4-3 here. 11-5 is your hits differential. Fresca is your player of the game. Buffalo Surge beat the Vandals 7-2. 12-9 hits there. Mustard, your player of the game. Raptors beat the Pathfinders 5-3. Player of the game is Cove. 11 hits to 10. Demons beat the Rougarous 9-5 is your final there. Granholm's player of the game. Stars beat the Toros 3-2. Player of the game is Azwaje. Scorpions beat Lunar Base 14-6 on 15 hits. Hokovado hitting their 8th home run of spring training, popping off here. And then Apex beat the Surge 5-1 is your final on 8 hits. So we'll hit save. Move forward. I don't think there's any more minors. Oh no, there is. Is it the 17th? This is a lot, yeah. 20th is regular season games, so I don't want to touch those. Okay, 17th is last day. Man, there's still a lot of days left. Holy. Okie doke. We could probably watch one more, but I don't think there's anyone for teams here that we haven't really seen. I think we've watched everyone who's at least commenting, so we'll keep on moving here. Wheelers beat the Dillos 2-1. Close affair. Player of the game is going to be Herbert Fisher. Hepcats beat the Kingpins 6-0, limited to only 2 hits. They scored early, and it was enough to get the win. Ranas beat the Lemurs. They trying to get themselves back to 500. 4-1 is your final on 11 hits. Player of the game is Marius Berezowski. Bears beat the Firehawks 3-2. Both teams putting up runs in the 9th, but Bruce City squeaking by. Then the Mingos shut out the Swift Steeds 4-0. Combined 22 hits, but only 4 runs given up between both two teams. Crabs are going to beat the Voyagers 7-1 is your final on 12 hits. Player of the game is Al E. Gator. Aviators beat the Vandals 7-2 is your final there. 12 hits. Benny Sheets picks up your player of the game. Sloss 10-1 is your finals. They put up 8 runs in the last 3 innings. No mercy on the Boise bullpen there. Pathfinders beat the Surge in a close affair. 3-1 is your final. Psyduck, your player of the game, starting pitcher. Death Valley breaking the tie in the 8th and 9th. Take this one from the Rougarous 8-6. Apex beating the Stars 6-2. Seems to be a favorite scoreline here of spring training. Jacques Hammer is your player of the game. Space Rangers, as this one goes to extras, beats the Toros 3-2. And the Demons double up on the Sea Serpents 6-3 is your finals. They put up 3 runs at the top of the 11th, as they actually had to tie it in the 8th and 9th to steal that one away from them. No minors games today. Surge are going to take this one in the 10th. 5-4 is your final, as OBX had the lead early and just slowly got chipped away as it got taken away from them. Pathfinders beat San Antonio 9-4 is your final, as San Antonio, again, those end-of-game rallies, apparently a big thing here for the spring training schedule. Lutz hits his 9th home run. Wow. Crabs are going to beat the Raptors 3-0. Improved to 17-6 here in spring training. And the Voyagers are going to beat the Vandals 9-4 on 10 hits. Player of the game is, I think it's Bilak. Yeah, Bilak Cove. Stars beat the Demons 10-1 on 14 hits. Player of the game is former Pathfinder Jeff Windsor. Rougarous get their 4th win of spring training, taking this one 4-3 against the Space Rangers, despite Newman's 5th home run. Player of the game still goes to HOR Hypocrites on Lunar Base. Apex beat the Toros 6-5, 11 hits to 10 on a newly acquired Curtis McKenzie. And then Death Valley will beat the Sea Serpents. 4-2 is your final there. Player of the game, Max Power. I think we said there was no minors. Correct. No majors. I think this is the final day of minors. Yep. What am I going to make PM's face gen? Undecided. I want to talk to PM about it a little bit first. I feel like his avatar for a Discord and stuff forever has been Toadstool from Mario, so I want to see if maybe I can get that to work. Dillos are going to beat the Kingpins here. Finish off spring training. 6-4 is your finals. They put up 5 runs in the top of the 8th here. Player of the game is going to be a Mayor. Louisville ends it on a high note as they beat the Wheelers 8-2 here is your final. Going to be putting out their 5th home run of the year. Player of the game, though, is Randberg. Bears beat the Hepcats 2-1 as this one takes extra innings to get done as Glarbenspiel gets your player of the game. Ron finished off at 500. 5-0 is your final on 9 hits. Player of the game is Berezowski once again. And then the Firehawks beat the Swifties. Both teams finish at 500. 10-3 is your final. Total hits of 16. Player of the game is Cash Thompson. So that is going to do it for today. Move in our last day of spring training. I've got time. We could do one more stream game. Any particular majors team that we would like to see? Yes, it is, Captain. I'll let you guys pick who you would like to see. We've seen Seattle, NOLA, Lunar Base. It was Nashville. Then Vancouver, Toronto. Buffalo and San Antonio could work. Free. You're ruthless. They're playing NOLA, so hopefully he wouldn't get shelled too bad. Or at all. I like Buffalo, San Antonio. That works. I'd be down for Buffalo, San, New York, OBX, or Cancun, Detroit would be my picks, but all right, Buffalo, San Antonio it is, I think. I've not seen any other requests. All right, finish off season 43 spring training. San Antonio versus the Surge. Surge holding the edge in batting. San Antonio in pitching. Let's get her underway. That is into the outfield, but right at the center field there as Valor Jr. Hulk Savage goes down swinging. OOTP's Wizard also goes down swinging, so quick inning there for DePolo. That is infield flyout. Easy play there is Albies. Doesn't get much done. Vito continues his hot spring training as he drops in a single. Swinging strikeout there by Lenny Longpipe. And then Bochep Reyes keeps us going as that goes up the middle. So 2-on, 2-out situation for James Lutz. Down the third base line, and they will make the play at second. Cookie Monster flies out into right field. Mustard goes down swinging. And then into the gap goes Forbes Jr. Not even going to get an attempt to steal because he just turned that into a triple. He would have anyways on the stealing base path. Ooh, I thought that was going up the middle. Nice diving catch by Fresca to take that away. So we still have zeros on the board. Runners tossed out at first. Alanikai goes down swinging. And then a swinging strikeout there by Fresca. Welcome, massive raid of people. How's it going? We are just finishing up some spring training ball here in the PBE. For anyone that's seen this for the first time, every single player you see here was created by a human. So you can make one too. As we are looking for a lot of new people, so anyone who wants to create, feel free to create. Mods, if you can toss in a couple exclamation marks for some of the links for the people to use, it'd be much appreciated. As unfortunately, I missed a home run there, as it is 2-0 now for the Surge, as we get a walk here. There is another pop fly there. And that is right as a center fielder as he charges that one down to take that away. Sprinter off the line. 2-0 here. Swinging strikeout by Bartholomew Brown. Albies goes down swinging and strikes as well. Vito keeps that hot spring training going. Too hot. Someone dose the man as he is on again with a single. But unfortunately, a long pipe cannot capitalize as he goes down swinging. 2-0 here for the Surge. We'll see if they can keep this going. Mustard leads us off with a walk. That is cranked hard. That is going deep. Mike Forbes Jr., see you later. That is a 2-run blast here as the Surge double up their lead now. 4-0 ahead of the Sloss. Pitching advantage. Pitching disadvantage right now, unfortunately. Another walk there is, ooh, they try to make the pick and it ends up costing them as Taylor takes a free base up to second. A walk here. We've got some trouble brewing for DePolo. Gets a strikeout. That's key. Just one out. That's popped up. See if the runner tags. I'm not sure if it's deep enough. No. So 2 on, 2 out. Savage, what you got? He's got a single up the middle. There goes the runner around third and slides in. 5-0 now for the Surge. Runners already going. The old hit and run is that's going to tap the wall. There goes 1. There goes 2. 7-0. The boys are running away with it now. Sloss will finally get out of the inning, but damage is done. A 5-run at top of the 4th. Yowza. Sloss will have to start clawing this back early as the third baseman punts this one. So there's an error. Free pass to first for Beauchamp. Lutz drops this one in front of the center fielder. Playing a little bit of small ball right now. That is, a double play ball as they will touch up second and get the man at first. Down the third baseline. That will end the shutout. Lanikai's got those legs a churning and he is on to second. There's a double. Sloss on the board. Fresca will go down swinging though. As 1 is all they're going to settle for here. Mustard grounds out as DePolo is still in. Error there at first as they cannot get it. Is the runner going to go? Or are they just going to warp him to second? No warp as he just stood there. Doesn't matter. He takes second anyways. As Forbes Jr. says, I'll just do it myself. Staring strikeout there by Denstro. Taylor. That's past the first baseman. There goes the runner around third. And that is going to be 8. And some aggressive running by Taylor. Turns a single into a double. Swinging strikeout there by Calavera. But Buffalo keeps the streak alive. Runners in the last 3 innings. Swinging strikeout there by Bartholomew Brown. Albies, top of the order back up, is going to ground at shortstop. Get tossed out at first. Vito, do they keep the hot streak alive? They do, as that is cranked, and see you later. That is a solo blast. as Vito can do no wrong right now. Having a spring training and a half, they are probably hoping that this can continue into the regular season for them. Long pipe goes down swing. I think that's his third strikeout this game, as he is not getting much done on that number 3 spot. Staring strikeout there by Vidal Jr. Swinging strikeout there by Hulk Savage. OOTP Wizard. Oh, he punts it at second. Did he still make the play? I don't think he did. Yep, there goes the runner. You know he's stealing. As Wizard and Forbes Jr., that's all they do is steal. And he goes again, and it is going to be costly as he gets thrown out at third. Greedy. I think they can afford to be a bit greedy considering the score, but never feels good to get tossed out on the base path. That's chopped to third. No throws. Beauchamp Reyes is on first. Lutz. That's, I was going to say a double play ball, but it's a no play ball as we have runners on first and second, no outs. Another, oh my god, they are just, who is that shortstop? Cookie Monster. You have got to get some tape in that glove or something. Got to figure it out. There's a double play, finally, but it is going to cost them a run at this point. Fresca keeps it going as that lead is now cut in half. We have some time here, folks. We'll see. Brown, center fielder, doesn't have to move much for that. Will be caught, but Sloss chipping away at that lead now, slowly but surely. Deep breaths happening in Buffalo, but not going to matter much as Cookie Monster puts that over the wall and says, well, we got to get this lead back out in front. And that's exactly what he did, as that is a solo blast. 9-4 now. Triple M takes a walk, goes to first, not known to steal. There is the leadoff runner at second. One out. There goes the runner, though. Like I said, you know Forbes or Wizard are running. Just count on it at this point. A wild pitch turns Forbes's, I think it was a single, into a triple essentially now. And that is just going to squeak over the wall as well. We are in a double digits, 11-4 now, as that is a solo blast by Taylor. As just as the Sloss think they were getting back into this, Buffalo puts the boot on the neck and starts to choke the life out of them once again. There is your third out here. We'll see if San Antonio can answer, as they are going to beat the runner at first. Is there a bit of miscommunication there? That is hit over the third baseman's head. Not hit. He hit it over his head. 2 on, no out. That is in the center field. Will be caught. They are still going to send both runners, and they are going to be safe. Beauchamp Reyes. That seems shallow. We'll see. I guess it is not, as they tag in. So San Antonio keeps the streak of putting up a few runs alive. They are going to have to put up a few more, though, if they want to catch Buffalo at this rate, as Lutz will go down swinging. Top of the order up, Valor Jr. That is popped up to right field and caught. Wendy Marvell in for San Antonio. A line drive to right field. And then Wizard goes down swinging, so pretty much perfect ending there for Marvell. Hugo Hackenbush comes in. Nice sliding catch by the left fielder to steal that one away from Cold. Lenikai to the third baseman, over to first and out. Fresca draws a walk to keep this alive. Brown, what do you got? He's got a dribbler, and he beats it out. Albie's good chance here. Draws a walk. Vito, the red-hot batter. 4 for 4. And the one time he doesn't get something done, he strikes out. Bases loaded. Oh, that's killer to watch. Buffalo just trying to pad their lead at this point. They are more worried about the bottom of the ninth. We will see, though. 1 out. Mustard is going to pop out to center field. Then Forbes Jr. draws a walk. Here comes the stolen base attempt. There he goes. And he's safe by a mile. But Dentro goes down swinging. Last opportunity here for the Sloss as we have Long Pipe, Beauchamp Reyes, and Lutz up to bat. Martin Roy, or if you're en français, Roy, steps in, gets a ground out. That one's hit high, but not deep enough. 1 out, left to go. Lutz drops that one in the middle, so keeps us alive. 2 outs. 9th inning hits, just to fool us all. Name a more iconic duo, as there is a free out there behind the plate. Buffalo will take this one. Bit of a barn burner, but 11-6 is your final. Mr. Taylor here, Aaron Taylor, 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 1 walk. Literally a perfect day. Vito went 4 for 5, 2 runs, 1 RBI, and a strikeout. I think you got to give that to Taylor. We'll see what OOTP does, and they do give it to him. Randall gets the W, DePolo the L. Looking at the rest of the scores here to finish up spring training. Providence Crabs beat the Pathfinders 5-3 as your final as they put up 5 runs to the top of the 7th. Player of the game will still go to Thrasison, though, on Toronto's side. Boise Raptors are going to beat the Vandals here. 7-1 is your final on 11 hits. Player of the game is former Pathfinder Casey Mize. Aviators are going to beat the Voyagers. 8-4 is your final as they double them up. Player of the game, Danny Brennan, former Pathfinder. I got to stop that. Space Rangers double up on the Apex. 8-4 is your final there. Player of the game is newly acquired Cross Erickson. Seattle beating the Rougarous 4-0 as he was so sad and didn't want to watch it. Maybe we should have watched it there, Captain, because Otani gets the W. Really solid outing. Toros 10-0 against the Demons to close up spring training. A 6-run top of the 8th. Player of the game is Montgomery Burns. And last but not least is your Death Valley Scorpions. 11-3 is your final. Both teams 8 hits, but they just obviously made a little bit more of theirs, as 4 of those were home runs. That is going to do it for spring training, though. As we hit save, we will get the upload going, and then the index should be uploaded shortly. So now is the time for everyone's favorite part of the stream. Not actually, but where it is Ask the Booth. And you guys can kind of say or ask questions that you would like to ask. How many home runs are in which game? Oh, the last stream game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie dokie. The other thing I have to find is the upload link. Enoch! All right, well, I mean, thanks everyone for joining us. Like I said, regular season starts on Tuesday. We follow our regular streaming schedule, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. As far as stream times, it is a bit variable. I would say generally it's between 7 and 10 p.m. EST. It depends on streamer availability, right? We are all volunteers at the end of the day. So, it's when we have time. Me, myself, I have a wee one. So I stream when I can to kind of help out. At the end of the day, if the old wife is like, take the baby, then we take the baby. And then we don't stream. So, still time to make a player. Like I said, honestly, things can seem intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun. I do GM the Toronto Pathfinders. GMing is a blast. I'm a sucker for stats, sheets, and spreadsheets, so it's totally amazing that way. But even only making your own player and kind of doing the whole journey is a lot of fun. So, regular season predictions. The hardest division to probably think of is going to be the one with New York Voyagers in, because that one's always a bit of a cluster. I want to say that Buffalo has the edge to win that division. It's so tight between them and New York that it's really hard for me to say for sure this one team. I'm going to say Voyagers because they are back-to-back champions. You have to kind of give them the favor just for that alone. Buffalo likely second, Providence third. Providence will be fighting for that last playoff spot. I do think they have a good chance at it, but it's going to be close because the division's so close. OBX, I do think, misses the party this year, but I still think they're going to be an above 500 team. Last year, I think they overperformed a little bit considering their roster, but there's always a team that always seems to get that. Again, that division was so close. Not to say that OBX didn't deserve to make the playoffs or any of that stuff. That's not what I'm saying. It just, between those four teams, I felt like they were probably the weakest of the four, but obviously they proved everyone wrong. They almost won the division, so that's my feelings on that one. Our division, we are going to probably win that division. If we don't, I'm going to be incredibly sad and crushed, but we should. Sloths will be second. They will, I think, push for that final playoff spot. They're one of those teams that could end up almost with 60 wins, but then could end up like last year where they kind of get taken out at the knees. Boise, I think, does pass the Vandals now. The Vandals have a couple really high, strong pieces, but after the trades made this offseason, I think Boise has enough to squeak past them. They won't be in the playoff picture, but there's progress. And Vancouver is starting to trend down for their big rebuild. So this is probably the best Vancouver is going to do for the next 3-4 seasons while they kind of rejig their roster. Lunar Base, that is their division to lose. I think they win it pretty easily. Detroit, I think, finishes second. Indy and Nashville, interesting. Both teams are kind of similarly packaged. That's a really hard one for me to think too, like who finishes below the other. So it'll be tight. What I kind of said in my own Discord, and I don't mean offense by this, it's like whoever decides to be worse will end up at the bottom of that division. Death Valley, I think that's their division to lose again. Cancun, not to say they won't be competitive. They are a couple steps back. Unfortunately, they lost some pieces in the offseason. But they will be a playoff team. Seattle, they're in a really weird spot. They traded for a bunch of top-end pitchers, but they don't have the batters to support it yet, and those pitchers are regressing now. So they'll be competitive, but I don't think they'll be in the playoff conversation. And NOLA is just in outer space right now. Not grounded like Lunar Base. They are just floating in space. They have 3 seasons before they even start to make some noise, really. And that's if everything goes perfectly right. As someone who took part of a rebuild recently that did almost go perfect for my draft picks, I could have done it, you always could have done it slightly better, but as far as what we had, I think we did close to perfect, and it still took us 5 seasons to get 500, so... yeah. Who do you think will be the last 2 teams remaining if you exclude Toronto? So you're talking who will be in the finals? I honestly couldn't tell you. OOTP will always in the playoffs, it always picks one really one of the worst, quotations, worst teams to always beat one of the big teams in the first or second round or something. But then it does fizzle out by the end. I mean, from the one side, you got to think it's going to be Lunar Base or Death Valley again. Death Valley got beat by Cancun last year. I mean, they've got to take another shot at this year, I think. I think it'll be one of those two, barring an upset. And then from the other end, I mean, take your pick. I think that if San Antonio, Providence, Buffalo, New York make the playoffs, I mean, they've got chances to make, some strides and get some luck going their side as well. So, I mean, New York really loves their stolen bases, and it's so hard to stop it with the current layout of the league. There's almost no way to stop teams that just have a bunch of people stealing bases if they can get on base. So it's really hard to counter that. So every episode of Bluey and Paw Patrol, I don't know. We'll find out. We don't have a TV. Our cat smashed our TV recently, and I have not bothered to buy a new one, and I have not had cable for 12 years now or longer. So all right. We are doing the upload now for the index. It's doing its thinking. Thinking hard. The origin of Rabbit Sponge? Good God. I mean, I don't even know. I think it all had to do with... Oh, was it Counter-Strike? The original Counter-Strike? Or was one of those games where... I think it might have been actually the first Medal of Honor game, where whenever you died, it would say killed by. And so it used to be hilarious to me as a teenager when you would say, like, was killed by, like, I don't know, a scrawny child or something. And so the name I ended up picking was a Rabbit Sponge because it sounded funny to me whenever I saw my kill counter pop up on the top left of the game. So, and it just kind of stuck because... again, to show my age and my nerdiness, is like my name used to always be like SSJ underscore Gohan 37. But like, how many of those exist in like the history of everything? So I had to come up with something that was more unique for myself. So sure, yeah, we can show them the creator tool. So when you go to the main website, right, this is what it should look like. Obviously, you'll have, when you create a username and all this stuff, you scroll down, right? It can seem pretty intimidating, but I mean, the majority of the stuff down here, like this is Team Locker Room, so you can see players, player updates and stuff. There's my team there, the Pathfinders. But we can look here at the Player Creator tool. It's on the right side. And then there'll be your options for how to create a player. So you got your batter, pitcher, and then you kind of pick from there. Pitcher's a little more limited because it's a bit harder to make like super unique archetypes in the sim. So we'll go with batter. And then these are your options. So to give a quick rundown, right, contact, it's what you would think it is. Your player is going to be really relying on AVG. That's kind of your main goal is that. Speed is like... I don't want to say specifically, right, but say you'd hit like 250, 260. Your on-base percentage is kind of middle, but your whole thing is stealing bases, Speed also has the advantage of having the second best range defensively, so it does fit really well into positions that would require quite a bit of range. So second base, center field, etc. OBP, on base percentage, these people can have a lot of eye. Takes a bit of a while to build up, but once they get there, they are going to get you your most walks. Balance is what you would expect. I think balance strength is that, like, you'll never be as good as contact for AVG, but you'll be up there, right? You will never be as big of a power, like a home run hitter, as like a power or a 3 true outcomes. But like you can do a whole bunch of doubles, so it's really a mix. But your defensive options are a little more limited. Like you can't play shortstop or really center field as balanced. I wouldn't suggest it. Magician is your defensive focus. So these are the people that want to really excel at something like shortstop. You do sacrifice quite a bit of hitting, but it does kind of help you be a better defender overall, which is very important to team success. 3 true outcomes, you're pretty much cranking the ball out of the park, taking a walk, or striking out. Power is probably the best batting archetype, but then you're really only limited to playing designated hitter, first base. You can play third, although you are never going to win a Gold Glove unless you get extremely lucky. I would say maybe left field, but it's tough. And then freak is kind of, you have the ability to steal, just not as good as speed. You have the ability to hit home runs, but not as good as 3 true outcomes or power. So it's like you're a little bit lesser, but you are more versatile overall. So let's say I'm going to make a magician. You click on it, takes you to the player creator. Everyone starts with 100 technical points, and so the builder will ask you to build to that. So you can either click and drag here. Okay. You can hit the old buttons if that's what you like to do. Or you can click, right? Just click your mouse. You can't really see it, but you can hit backspace and then manually change it to say 45. So it'll tell you how much you've spent on the right, and then you can kind of go from there. So say 45, 40, 40, 40, 40. We need to spend 20 more, 30, and 30. So I've spent 100, good to go. And then we can go to generate form formatting, but we need to fill in some other stuff. So you can do your player name. So Batty. Oh, we need to do the full name. Batty Nick Batterson. Recruited by, you totally want to put Rabbit Sponge here because I'm showing you, right? #1 person you want to see. What number? Obviously, pick what number you would like to be. Height. Let's say 6'4". Weight. I think there was a max weight of like 280 pounds. But let's just say like 190. Discord, you can fill in if you would like. And then the player render. And then hitting type. Just like what kind of hitting type you'd want to be. Let's say spray, batting hand. Let's make them switch. Throwing hand right. And since we're a magician, we want to be a shortstop, center fielder, and second base. So we can hit this button down here, generate form formatting, and then we can pretty much copy paste this into create a player, which would be, we can get rid of that, which would be right here, create a player. We would hit new topic. You would name your player, the draft year, which I believe is season 44, your name, position, and you can copy paste this old formatting right here, right into it, and you're good to go. So yeah, that's how you create a player. If you have any questions, there's lots of people in the main server who can help you. Then generally we'll be tagged as Rookie Mentor. Anyone from head office would be happy to help you. Anyone who's probably tagged as a GM will be happy to help you. Pretty much any in the league, I'll be happy to help you. So don't be a stranger. Obviously, join up. Do it now. But yeah, that's going to end it. Let's double check and make sure the index is updated. Scroll all the way to the bottom. So if we refresh, date should be the 17th, which it looks like it is. Let's check our scores. One of the last games we watched was Buffalo San Antonio, 11-6. There we go. We're good. Regular season starts the 20th. We're good to go. But yeah, for anyone else still watching, we'll just go real quickly. This is the index. You can see all the teams here for the majors, for the minors. Some things won't be fully complete because it is spring training. Everything will be fixed 100% by Tuesday to start the season, lineups, all that jazz. But if you are interested in numbers and to see kind of league history, then there is this link here. This will be a kind of fun something for those people that played OOTP a while that you guys want to see. You can see the total history of the league. So you can see who won every single year. You can see here that we obviously expanded and then became 2 conferences. For example, right, there's only 6 teams to start. And some of these teams don't exist anymore, like the Berkeley Bulldogs. And then now, because we're split into 2 different divisions, right, we have 8 and 8 teams. But you can check who finished what last season, all that jazz, the fun stuff. So a lot of league history. And you can even go by team. So you can see my own team, Toronto. When we used to be Kashima, and then also called Maui, and then we switched to Toronto recently. We sucked. We sucked really bad. I think it was this season I took over. And then, yeah, now we're here. We're making the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Won our first playoff game and series last year. So, fun times. And then our defending champs 2 years in a row, the Voyagers. And then Lunar Base, who's made the finals 2 years in a row. Trying to get over that hump. Anyways, I think I will end it there. Unless anyone has any more questions or wants to see anything, I will bid you all adieu. Hopefully we see some new crates. That would be fantastic. For those that are part of the league, we will see you for the regular season on Tuesday. Do the updater tool. Okay. I've never used it myself. Where is the updater tool? Sorry, I probably did that way too fast. So the updater tool here is on the right as well. On the right side, under player updating. And then from here, this is where you would copy paste your batter. Actually, we'll do pitcher because I'm a pitcher, so we can use mine, I guess. Find your pitcher and copy. Does everything look correct? Yes. TPE earned. No. I've earned 13. Okay, so this kind of works essentially like the player. This is kind of like your player builder, but this is just for specifically updating when you would submit how much TPE you earned. It'll take whatever is on your current profile, which has been updated by the team, and then allows you to spend it. So then it'll tell you exactly how much TPE you spent. So I only have 13. I've spent 14, so I can't do that. So I only can do 1 there because it costs 7. Or I could do it down here, and then I could do, in this case, 3 points, and then have 1 left. But yeah, and then once you're done that, I think you says update me, and then it would create like your update link for your page and stuff like that, which you can then copy paste as well. So yeah, fun times. All right, with that, bid you all adieu. Hope to see a couple new crates. Be great, and you guys have a fantastic weekend. Bye.